Hello everyone, I am your host, Anubis, aka Mr. Beasosity, and we are here playing some Civilization 5 Gods and Kings DLC as the Byzantines, going for a scientific victory, and how perfect. Going for a scientific victory, and we get another great scientist, so that is quite convenient. Where are you at, good sir? You are in Constantinople. I wish to use you to... Alright, this is a complicated position to be in. Normally, I would build another academy, but I already have 2 academies, and my science is doing amazing right now. 174 at this point of the game is great. Last time I checked, I have I believe like a 4 or 5 advantage on everybody else. Let's check it out. Where is it? Oh, it brings up the tech tree. That's not what I was looking for. Oh well. I was hoping for a technological overview. I know they have everything else, but they don't seem to have a technological overview. Maybe it's under economics. Is there under economics? Nope. Pointless. So, I don't know. I don't know. It's a complicated position to be in because another 8 science would be nice, and in the long run, that's going to do a lot for me and help me get all of my scientific things a lot quicker. But also at the same time, to be able to save him and pick up some of the later technologies at a lot quicker speed would also be nice. So it's a matter of, do I want to save probably 30-40 turns over the course of the game, or do I want to save 10 to 20 turns now, or in this case later in the game, and get a technology uber fast. And you know what, I'm just gonna say it's still early enough in the game that I would be willing to just build another academy. Still early enough that that would be beneficial. So we're going to go ahead and use him, and hopefully we'll still continue to get great scientists as the game progresses. Good sir? No. Well, next turn. Build me that. Why do you still have all your movement? I just moved you. You're still... There we go. Stupid lag. Another city-state. A religious city-state at that. They've got silk, horses, and they're religious, so not overly useful. I don't need any of those things. Got plenty of silk already. You, sir? Oh, you're not close enough, huh? Well, they're in the way, so I guess I'll have to move you right there. What else do we got? They seek culture. That's good. As far as I know, I am doing very good in culture. So if we produce the most culture, alright, I should win that one. So that will give me some influence with them, which I'll take. I'm not really concerned about picking them up as a potential ally. Maybe I'll pick them up. I could use a little bit more religious game. Being that I am very well off as far as my entire continent is, Jewish, and I'm already spreading Judaism over here in these other city-states, and hopefully to Sweden. I want to get Sweden on my side religiously. So all of that is spreading very well. I'm not very pressed to continue to increase my religious too large. I'll rather focus on some other things. Still going to focus on building it up slowly because I just don't want to fall behind. It's never good to neglect something. You'll fall behind and then you'll be in a bit of a rut. So not going to ignore it, but I'm also not going to prioritize. I'm just going to go ahead and delete these workers because right now I've looked it over my tiles, and it seems as if I only have 1 tile that... Whoa. Massive. Lag spike there. I only have 1 tile up here in Belgrade that needs to be upgraded at the moment. So I've already got a road being built up there, and the workers will end up there when it's finished. So I will just use those guys to upgrade that, and I'm now at the maintenance level where I'll just be keeping about 2 workers for my nation. Because despite being a large nation, pretty much everything's built up. So as the different cities expand, I'll move one of my 2 worker units along my roads to the new city tile that is available and upgrade it then. But besides that, I don't need any additional workers besides having 1 or 2. and it will be all the more money for me because we'll have to be paying their upkeep. And what are these guys? Swedish? They're Swedish warriors. Pikemen. Swedish pikemen. City-state we found. Hanoi. Militaristic. Iron. Ivory. I don't think I have ivory yet, so that is cool, but as you guys know, I'm not going for any militaristic city-states right now. Just no point in having them. I don't need the military units, so I'm going to avoid trying to snuggle up with any militaristic city-states at the moment. Hello, Spain. You are friendly. That is good to see. How about an embassy? I'd like to just... No, I don't want your strategic resources. I would just like to kind of see where you guys are at city-wise. See how much you've kind of expanded so I can get a taste of what to expect from you. Alright. Looks like you've got pretty good rare resources. Customs house. Working on that money. Bad. Level 14 city, so you guys aren't too far out of my range. Everybody else seems to be much higher. It's 17, 19, so you guys seem to be kind of where I'm at, and you are the ones who founded Buddhism, so I will keep an eye on you. Doubt I'll have to really expect a threat from you guys. You don't seem too strong. And it looks like you got problems of your own because you have more Christian followers in your holy city than you do Buddhist followers. So obviously there's somebody nearby you who is bothering you religiously. So I highly doubt that I will encounter any problems from them. Wondrous Ethiopia. Thankfully they are friendly, but I do not enjoy playing against Ethiopia, especially with the type of strategy I'm playing this go around. I'm going for that expansionist strategy. I can already promise you I have more cities in Ethiopia, meaning that should we go to war, I will have to worry about their insane amount of benefits that they get from having just a few. Oh, Sistine Chapel was built. That sucks. I really wanted that Sistine Chapel. It is such a good wonder, and that's the first time someone has stolen a wonder from me this game that I wanted to build. So it looks like somebody is doing rather well for themselves. I haven't discovered them yet, so I would like to find out who they are. Let's go ahead and go to the diplomacy. Not those. Alright, diplomacy, Ethiopia. I would like to exchange embassies. Oh, you guys have a higher score than me. You're doing very well for yourselves. Let's go ahead and exchange embassies. Wonderful. Discuss. I would like to declare friendship. Huh. Okay. Don't declare friendship with me. I understand. We just met. It's new. I mean, you're attractive. I'm attractive. I thought we could be friends. Maybe go get some coffee, but no. Alright. So I definitely want to become friends up here with Sweden. I'm thinking about trying to ally myself with them. But before I do that, I will be going to try and convert their entire nation to Judaism, because I feel like if we're on the same kind of page religiously, they'll be more inclined to want to declare friendship with me and hopefully ally with me, which would be beneficial just because of the fact that it'll encourage other nations to not just mess with us. If I'm able to form a defensive pact with them, other nations will most likely stay away, because they already have to go through the entire trouble of embarking across water and coming all the way over to try and attack, you know, our main continent. So any extra deterrence would just make it non-worthy to do so and to do something like attack me. Alright, it's crazy to try and pick what I want right now because I don't need anything. I'm in the lead for everything that I'm doing, and I absolutely don't need to work on anything. So I'm going to go ahead and work on some military buildings, because if there's anything that I can do, it is take over some other cities and try and get rid of as many of my opponents as possible. You know, still going for that scientific victory. Oh, you guys want open borders. You won't declare friendship, but you want to have open borders. I'm going to go ahead and say no. There's no point to having open borders with you. You were extremely far away from me. This map is huge. And yeah, there's no point. You guys have the pyramids. Alright. Got the pyramids. It's like... that's not... I don't know. I forgot the name of that one. Another pyramid one. Chichen Itza or something. I think that's incorrect, but... oh well. And you've got a rather well-developed area, so... you guys seem to be doing well for yourselves. Obviously your score is rather good. Although, you do not seem to be very advanced just by a quick glance. It looks like you're very well endowed as far as the territory around them and the natural resources that they've been able to acquire. But their score says that they're doing even better than that, so... most likely I will just ignore them as much as I can. I do not want to have to go to war with them. I just don't want anything to do with them. Ethiopia is not on my list at all. I just want to avoid them if I can this game. And time to go ahead and spread Judaism up here to Stockholm. Yeah, you are now Jewish. And I still got one use out of those guys. That's good. I still have a use, and they have 6 followers. Still not a majority religion in any of these city-states or with them. So that's unfortunate, and there's no increase in the influence there. Normally it would say, you know, X amount of followers plus so much influence for that religion. So I think what I'm going to do is utilize my great prophet next turn to go ahead and utilize them on Stockholm again to try and turn them into an actual, you know, Jewish proclaiming city, and hopefully that will cause the influence to spread to the city-states below to the south and to their other cities if they even have them. They have a road, so they've got to have a second city. For a while I was beginning to suspect that they only had one city, and even though that's just insane to do unless you're going for the challenge, to get that little achievement of beating the game with one city. It's insane, but there's always one computer player that, for some reason or the other, chooses not to expand whatsoever. And it doesn't look like that would be them in this case. Do I have any other open tiles? I know I got one in the north. It doesn't look like... oh, I just acquired these 2. There we go. I was wondering when I was going to get those out there on the water, so I'll go ahead and move the workers over there. Spreading the religion will convert 3 additional citizens, making it 9, to Judaism, and this city will now be a major city for Judaism. Perfect. Stockholm is now, wait for it, boom! They're now a Jewish city. That is good. And they now have pressure down south. That is perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. There's now 6 pressure in Budapest and 6 pressure in Monaco. So both those cities already have 5 followers each. And with that influence, even though it's not very high, that should cause them to gain additional followers in time, which will result then in them becoming Jewish cities and giving me more benefits. You guys work on the road. So it looks as if England just tried to stage a coup in Hanoi, which I do not care about because Hanoi is a militaristic city-state and they're all the way on the other side of the world. So I have absolutely no cares about that. Plus they're not even mine. They're Ethiopia's. So that's fine. Poke Ethiopia with a stick for all I care. Start a war. If you're fighting, you're not fighting me. And that just sounds fine and dandy. I do not mind whatsoever. Go ahead and build up barracks. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go to build up some barracks and some other militaristic buildings in my cities. And once I finish this national treasury and get that additional gold, which will be extremely helpful because despite having 47 gold per turn, I'm about to lose well, I have 15 turns still with Ragusa, but still, 15 turns will go faster than you think. So I'm about to lose them as my ally, so I'll have to give them additional gold, and I would also like to be able to get Monaco back eventually. I'm still pissed off at England for taking them from me. That was just not a cool move. I lost all my influence there, and it was pretty good. I had a very good amount of influence with them, so not happy about that. Barracks. But I would also like to pick up Antwerp. They're already friends with me, and I would love to have some benefits from them. That extra happiness is always nice, especially since I'm moving towards war with who knows who. I don't know who I'm going to attack. I've got two options now. Now that I've discovered some other nations, I've got England, who I obviously don't like at all. They're annoying me with everything that they do. And I have Spain, who they're just a good target to try and take out because they seem to be a bit weak. Let's go ahead and there we go. My Caraval finally got over here, and I would like to use them to kind of size up England. I know where their capital is, but I would also like to see what else they have. Ethiopia's over there, spreading their religion. Fine by me. Spread it to England. I want them to be bothered. Wow. Okay, whoever is Christians, whoever founded Christianity, Ethiopia. That is why their score is so high. That is insane. They have 15 followers in London, and that's another holy city. That's a holy city. And there's only one follower for Confucianism. And even in Madrid, they've got 6 followers. Looks like probably down here. Let's see. Hanoi, more followers. So that is insane. They are going religious crazy with their Christianity. Which makes sense. I mean, they were the first people to found a religion, so obviously they're going to go ahead and utilize that advantage. But they're really utilizing it. That's insane. I've always spotted their missionaries. They're moving around, so hopefully they don't come to my area. I don't want to have to fight a religious war on my own turf. I don't care as much about trying to fight religious wars elsewhere. But if they move into my territory, or more importantly, if they move into where the Swedish lads are, I will not be overly happy. But even then, there's not much I can do about it because they're way too well defended. They've got that bonus, and it would just be an extreme pain to try and go to war with them. I would like to avoid that if possible. Discover another national wonder, a little bit extra happiness there, and another city, York. I got some longbowmen. Longbowmen are definitely annoying to fight, but if you have cavalry, then it's just a cinch because you just ride your cavalry in, destroy them, done. Cavalry are great against archers, and their speed makes up for the fact that these guys have a range of 3. So that's totally going to be, it's not going to be a problem as long as I have enough cavalry. And I just built a stable up here so that'll be able to help me getting these guys produced. And I'm going to go ahead, there's no other military buildings left to build in this city. So the rest of the stuff would just kind of help out my culture or happiness, which is both of them are doing very fine. They're doing good. So I'm going to go ahead and start building up my army. We will start with knights, get those guys going, and build a few of those units. And I'm not going to move my military quite yet. Still going to leave them in the cities. I'm going to go ahead and just move this ship over here because most likely I'm going to go ahead and attack England. They're annoying me just because of the fact that they did Monaco, and I'll leave Spain till later. I don't want to go to war with too many people, but I would like to go to war with somebody. It keeps me occupied, gives me something to do as I'm going through this, because anytime you go for a cultural or scientific victory, it can get a bit boring if that's all you're doing, because you can only upgrade tiles so much and build so many buildings, and even then that's not that fun to do. So it's nice to have a challenge. Hence, I shall go to war. I'm doing great on everything. You guys go ahead and build me a farm. Why not? Build another farm. Might as well. It's on a river. I just like to utilize those river tiles for farming and things like that. Oh, we've discovered the Americans, so it seems like I've discovered everybody in the world, I believe. We got England, Ethiopia, Sweden, America, and Spain. So we discovered these guys. I'm guessing they're up here to the north of England. England's in a tough spot because they've got what seems to be America encroaching from the north. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, they've got scouts here, but units can also embark over water now. But most likely they're up north. Yep. Looks... No, that's a city-state. I saw the blue. I thought that was them, but they've got a trireme up here. They've got a scouts, and most likely they're really nearby for their basis. And awesomely enough, that national wonder we discovered has boosted our influence with Ragusa, so we don't have to worry about paying them off to be friends. And in turn, we can just send another 500 gold up here to Antwerp. Boom! They're our allies for 15 turns. Got some jewelry, got some gold, which is awesome because our happiness is at 21. That's really good. That is really, really good. That's going to just help us get to the next golden age all the faster. And, I mean, it's a great place to be in. I can take multiple cities and my happiness will still be really, really good. Alright, rigging election, 0 turns. Does that mean it has been rigged or is it happening next turn? Alright, looks like it's happening next turn. So I'll go ahead and leave him there to rig the election so I can just get a little bit extra influence. And then I'll move him to most likely Monaco. I'm going to move him to Monaco just because of the fact that they're now a Jewish city. That's helpful. I'll take that. They're allies with England, so I would like to take them back. Trying to stick it to the man. Say, you are not in control. You need to watch out because I'm coming for you. So Spain wants me to go to war with America. And you know what? I don't want to go to war with them. I mean, they just seem to be way too out of the way. It would take me forever to get my military up there, let alone built. And I haven't even scouted them out yet. I may have discovered them, but I have absolutely no clue what their cities are looking like. And as far as I know, you're the weakest player in the game, besides Sweden. Sweden just isn't doing anything from what I can see. They're completely neutral. So you're one of the weaker players in the game, and I have no clue what America is, so I am going to decline. I'm sorry. As much as I would like to get on your good side and be on everybody's good side, it's just not worth it. Not worth it. Election rigged. So now my influence is up to 94. It's 60, 70, 90, 34 turns of friendship between us. So that is good. Let's go ahead and move you now over to Monaco and get you working on them so that we can get them back. I'd like to get them back. Go ahead and move out there. Why, thank you, Ethiopia. That is very kind. Your spies have uncovered that Elizabeth is plotting against us. I could have guessed as much. Elizabeth has just been pissing me off all game. America would like to accept embassies. Awesome. Totally down for that. Where are you guys at? Oh, you guys are over here. That's still next to England. But you seem to be on the same continent as Spain, so that makes sense. You guys are, going to war with each other, so it makes sense that you'd be over here. And you have a very small nation, so you're even smaller than Spain was. Interesting. That is cool to know. And I'm going to go ahead and see what I can do about getting on the same terms as Ethiopia. I'm going to go ahead and try and declare friendship with them again. I'm trying to declare friendship with Sweden and pick those guys up. We have the industrial area. Industrial has been met. That means we get a new spy. Awesome. And we now have coal on our map. Looks like we've got a couple of locations of coal. You, sir, go ahead and move around to the other side of the continent. I would just like to get a better feel of what we've got. And Prague is up here. They're also an ally of England. They've got coal, plenty of rare resources and strategic resources. What do you guys have? Gems and iron. As much as, I want to just get Monaco back, now I kind of want to get Prague. Prague is just, it'd be a good nation to have back because taking them and then going to war would cause England to have to divert its troops. Most likely going to war with England, they will send some troops up to try and attack Prague, should they be my ally, and then they'll declare war on them as well. So that'd be a good place to have. I would definitely like that. So I'm going to go ahead and move my spy to there instead. Actually, I have 2 spies. Awesome. That's right. I just got a new spy. So my new spy should go to Prague, and we will get to working on picking them up as well. I'm really close. I'll have 500 gold next turn. So I'll probably spend that 500 gold to send over to them. Let's see where this coal is at. Where do we have coal? Oh, how handy. Looks like we're already utilizing it. Where's it at? Got a mine there. You can send me over here and it's just no coal. I don't see any coal anywhere. Makes very little sense. Whatever. That's fine. It seems like we've already got it picked up. There we go. That's where it is. It's up there. 3 coal up there, and somewhere down south here we've got some more coal. So that is very handy. The fact that I've built a lot of mines on these mountains means that I don't have to go out and pick up the coal. It's already been picked up for me. So I will definitely... We got 10 coal sitting there. Useful. Very useful. Don't need it for anything, but it's useful. You guys go ahead. Ooh, Oxford University. Go ahead and build you down here. That is helpful. I like to get that extra technology. All the more technology, the better. The sooner I get my victory, the sooner we win, the better things will be. And we'll go ahead and research our next thing, which is going to be... I'm building up my army, so I'm going to go ahead and go metal luxury and then navigation. I want to get navigation knocked out really bad so that I have as much of a naval strength as possible. Being that it is England, I'm going to need to have a good navy. Whether or not I intend to kind of go naval crazy or not, I want to be able to protect my troops because I've already seen a couple of their ships. I know that England's very good. They've got that extra, I think it's line of sight and movement. So I want to be able to get a good, strong navy to protect my army and also be able to help out with the siege battle when I'm taking these cities. Just being able to have a couple of units along the waterfront firing upon these cities would be very helpful, especially since they're right on the water. London's right on the water. York is extremely close to the water, and they're right next to a mountain range. So I really want to have a naval force there to support because I'm not going to be able to move that many units alongside those cities in order to take them. And more importantly, I'm not going to be able to move my siege units in there. I'll only be able to kind of get 1 or 2, maybe 3 siege units firing on a city. So having a strong navy is going to be key to taking out London and England. Although I'm building up a military right now, I would really like to get the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I've never built it before, but the fact that it gives you that plus 25% generation of great people in all your cities would be especially useful for me right now. Usually I don't necessarily care about having a lot of great people. I mean, you get them often enough, in my opinion, that they're useful, and going out of your way to really boost the speed that you get them kind of cripples some of the other benefits or buildings that would give you benefits elsewise. But being that I'm extremely well off in both, science, money, culture, the works, I'm doing very well in everything. The only thing I'm a little behind on is my religious game. I could be doing a little bit better with that. But I'm going to go ahead and just knock out the Tower of Pisa. Hopefully I'll get it. Got the knights built over here. What kind of terrain does England have? Let's take a look. Looks like they got a lot of rough terrain. So you guys, go ahead and work on that. Buffer that up for me. And then we'll move you over here to the coastline to kind of prepare. Oh, you got another upgrade. Oh, how handy. There we go. Get that going. And move you guys over there. Get you guys up on the coast. Now let's go ahead and do some diplomacy. I'd like to get to talking with these other guys. That's interesting. Sweden isn't... is the only person that's not friendly with me. I'm going to try declaring friendship with them anyways. See if I can trade anything to them first. What do you guys got? You got silver, you got marble, and iron. I wouldn't mind picking up some of those things, but most likely you will not want to. So I'm just gonna offer you some free wine. Scratch the free part. I want some gold. Give me some gold for that wine. There we go. He accepts that. Now let's try declaring friendship. See if you guys will accept me now. Nope. Alright, well, I tried. Got a little bit of gold. Didn't lose anything from it, so I'll take that. Ethiopia, how about you? Would you like to be my friend? Huh, well, I can't declare friendship with them, so that sucks. Stop spying on me. I have that option. Are they spying on me? I don't think they're spying on me. I think they're spying on England. I mean, they're giving me information about them. Oh well, what do you guys have? Let's see what... Oh wow, you got plenty of luxury resources to spare. I would like some spices, good sir. And in exchange, I will give you wine. How about that? Oh, that will do. Perfect. So, that's handy. I'll take that. And we will go ahead. I've already promoted those guys. Cool. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. This has been day 6. Hopefully you have all enjoyed. Next turn we'll have, next episode we will have the National Treasury built. Hopefully we'll get the Tower of Pisa and we will get our army assembled. Assemble the army. Assemble the Avengers. Love that movie. So hopefully we'll get all that going. Get that all worked up. And all that. Another thing I want to work on is my religious aspect of things. So most likely I'll do that after I get the military built up. I want to build the military first. That's going to be my focus. Despite the fact that I'm continuing to build wonders when I should be building military, I'm going to just switch over, start building military up, get that going, upgrade these units that I already have, because I already have I've already got a pretty good force. I've got those catapults, got those archers, so if I upgrade them all the way, that'll also be helpful. So get everybody built up, get everybody in position to start moving towards England, and then I'll work on the religious game and work on getting a few more great prophets and some missionaries, because that's going to be a very big bonus to me. If I don't take advantage of missionaries and great prophets and spread them to these other nations, then I'm completely wasting the benefits that my religious stuff gives me, because despite the fact that it gives me a lot of scientific stuff, it also gives me that extra combat bonus when the enemy cities are the same religion as me. So that would be really helpful towards taking these guys out, because England is in rough terrain, and in order to take them out, I'm going to need as much push as I can get towards going for them. Plus, you know, having that bonus also makes it so that I kind of cancel out the Ethiopians' big bonus to their national bonus of having that extra combat bonus. So if I'm able to convert Ethiopia, which would be an extreme pain because they have an insane amount of Christianity going on, then I, you know, they'd be on the same level as me. But I think I'm just going to stay away from them for the duration of this game. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Do as you do as you see fit. Like the video if you liked it. Favorite if you really liked it. Leave me a comment. I love your comments. I really appreciate them. I like to get some feedback always. So thank you all so much. Subscribe if you'd like to see more. And I will see you guys laters.